Welcome to my channel. So today's video we are going to solve one important problem using the Fourier transform. Okay, so already we discussed some problems in the Fourier transform in the previous videos. So here we are going to solve the signal x of t equal to e power minus 2 modulus t. Okay, so already we solved similar to this problem. One video is there, that is x of t equal to e power minus a modulus t. So here in the place of a, the value of a is given as 2. Okay. So now we are going to solve this one. So you read the question. Determine the Fourier transform for double-sided exponential pulse whose function is given by x of t equal to e power minus 2 modulus t, and draw its amplitude and phase spectra. Okay. So it's a very repeated question. So either this question, it may ask for either e power minus a modulus t or e power minus some constant b into modulus t, or the value of a is given as some 2 or 1 or 3. Okay. So this question is a very repeated question. So you see, so it is asked for 2017, 14, 13, okay, 15 there is a e power minus 80 question is there. Okay. So now we are going to solve this problem. So the first one, the given signal we have to write. The given signal x of t equal to e power minus 2 modulus t. So here what is modulus means? This t is having both positive value as well as negative value. So if the t is available, if t is positive means at the time that signal is working, the signal is for some different signal. Whenever the t value is negative, that signal it is for some different signal. Okay. So here we are going to write the signal x of t. So it is first one we have to substitute t is positive. Okay. So if you are substituting here the t is positive means what is the value? E power minus 2 into t. Okay, you see e power minus 2 into t whenever the time t is greater than or equal to 0. That is greater than or equal to 0 means positive time. The time t is from 0 to infinity. Okay, and the next one we have to put t equal to minus t. Okay, the t it is carrying for negative value. So at the time e power minus 2 into minus t. Okay, so now we are considering t is negative. So e power minus 2 minus t. So e power minus of minus, so it is plus. So e power 2t for t is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so this is the total signal. Okay, this is the x of t, the total, that is e power minus 2 modulus t. It can be expanded as x of t equal to e power minus 2t, that is exponentially decaying signal for the time t greater than or equal to 0, and exponentially rising signal, that is minus of minus plus here. So e power 2t when the time is less than or equal to 0, that is from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, and otherwise this representation may also be written as like this. You see, x of t, it consists of the two wave. One is whenever the t is positive, e power minus 2t. Okay, when t is greater than or equal to 0. So in order to indicate the t greater than equal to 0, we have to multiply this particular function with u of t. Okay, so you know the nature of u of t. What is u of t? The u of t, it is available only for the positive time. Okay, and you see the next signal is for t is negative. For t is negative value, that is less than or equal to 0. So this signal is an exponentially rising signal. So e power 2t, you multiply it with u of minus t. Okay, so this is the total signal. So e power minus 2 modulus t, we have to expand it like this. E power minus 2t u of t plus e power 2t u of minus t. Okay, so then, so here we have to find the Fourier transform of this signal x of t. So you see the signal consisting of the two signals. This is one signal and this is one signal. Okay, so next one, according to the definition of the Fourier transform. So what is the Fourier transform formula? X of j omega. The Fourier transform of the time domain signal x of t, it can be represented as capital X of j omega, which is equal to integration minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Okay, this is the Fourier transform formula. So in this formula, instead of this x of t, we have to substitute the values. So what is the given x of t? E power minus 2t u of t plus e power 2t u of minus t. So you substitute this x of t value in the above equation. So we will get integration minus infinity to infinity the x of t value into e power minus j omega t dt. Okay, so now you see the first term consisting of u of t term, the second term consisting of u of minus t. So you know the nature of u of t. If one function multiplied with unit step function means that integration limit is restricted to 0 to infinity. Since this function is available only for the time positive time 0 to infinity. So that's why for this first term we have to restrict the integration limit is from 0 to infinity. So e power minus 2t into what is the next thing, e power minus j omega t dt. Okay, and plus integration, what is the second term, the second function e power 2t multiplied with u of minus t. What is u of minus t? U of minus t means this signal it is available for the negative time axis, that is it is from minus infinity to 0. So that's why this integration is restricted to minus infinity to 0 e power 2t e power minus j omega t dt. Okay, so what is the next step? So here within the integration there are two e power terms there. Okay, so the base is common, the power is different, so we have to add the power. So in the power which one is common? Minus t as a common. So you take minus t as a common, we have to write j omega plus 2 or 2 plus j omega we can write into dt. Plus similarly in this thing, which one is common? T is common. So we have to take t as a common, 2 minus j omega into t dt. Okay, then you integrate this term. So if you are integrating this one, e power minus j omega plus 2t divided by this minus j omega plus 2 with the limit 0 to infinity. Similarly, this one e power 2 minus j omega t divided by 2 minus j omega. Okay, so now we have to substitute the limit. So in this first thing, we have to substitute the upper limit. What is the upper limit? Infinity. So if you are in the place of t, we have to substitute the limit. So instead of the, if you are putting infinity means e power minus infinity. So what is the answer for the e power minus infinity? It is 0. Okay. Then minus of, we have to substitute the lower limit. So in the place of t, we have to substitute the lower limit is 0. So if 0 is mean e power 0. What is the value of e power 0? It is 1. Okay. So divided by, so write this term minus of j omega plus 2. Okay. Then plus when we are substituting here, the upper limit is 0, lower limit is minus infinity. When we are substituting the upper limit, e power 0, 1. Okay, minus of, when we are substituting the lower limit, e power minus infinity. What is the value of e power minus infinity? It is 0 divided by 2 minus j omega. Okay, so that's why, so here 0 minus 1, it is minus 1. So minus of minus plus, so 1 divided by j omega plus 2. Similarly here 1 by 2 minus j omega. So this is the answer for the Fourier transform of the given signal. Okay, so if you want to rearrange, if you want to reduce this term means you take LCM for this denominator, both the denominators. So we will get, so here a plus b structure is there, here a minus b structure is there. So the product of a plus b into a minus b is a squared minus b squared. Okay, so here b is j omega squared. So j squared omega squared. What is the value of j squared? It is minus 1. So that's why minus of minus plus. So here 4 plus omega squared. Okay, then the numerator, this plus j omega and minus j omega cancelled. So now we will get 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, so the answer, so finally we will get the answer 4 divided by 4 plus omega squared. So this is the Fourier transform of e power minus 2 modulus t. Okay, so this is the answer. So in the question, so they are asking find the Fourier transform of this double-sided exponential signal as well as and draw its amplitude and phase spectrum. Okay, so after calculating this x of j omega value, so we have to draw the spectrum. So you know the spectrum means it's a graphical representation. Okay, the spectrum is consisting of the two things. One is magnitude spectrum or amplitude spectrum. Okay, another one is phase spectrum. What is magnitude spectrum means? The modulus of x of j omega value, that is the Fourier transform of the given signal. Okay, so for that thing we have to take modulus, magnitude. So the magnitude of Fourier transform of the particular signal versus the frequency omega. It is said to be the magnitude spectrum. Similarly, what is phase spectrum means? The angle of this Fourier transform of the given signal versus frequency. It is said to be the phase spectrum. So first one, we are going to calculate the modulus of x of j omega. So what is modulus of x of j omega means? It is nothing but it's a square root of real part of x of j omega squared plus imaginary part of x of j omega squared. So here you see in the given in the calculated x of j omega value 4 by 4 plus omega squared. So here any imaginary term is there, no imaginary term, only real part. So that's why this imaginary part is 0. So square root of real of squared. So it is nothing but square root square cancel. So we will get the same answer. Okay. If the Fourier transform answer consisting of only real part means the modulus of x of j omega is same as that of that particular thing. So 4 by 4 plus omega squared. Okay. Then phase spectrum is nothing but it is calculated by tan inverse of imaginary part of x of j omega by real part of x of j omega. So in the given x of j omega, the imaginary part is 0. So tan inverse of 0 divided by this part. So 0 divided by anything is 0. So tan inverse of 0. When tan tends to be 0 in a 0 degree. So the phase spectrum is 0 degree. So for any frequency, the phase spectrum value is 0 degree only. Okay. So we calculated the magnitude modulus x of j omega and theta of j omega. Okay. So next one, we are going to draw the spectrum graph for the signal. Okay. So in order to draw the spectrum, so first we have to make one table. Okay. So this table, it consisting of, so for various values of omega, we have to calculate the modulus of x of j omega and theta of j omega. Okay. So you know the theta of j omega answer is 0 degree for any frequency. So for all omega value, the 0 of theta of j omega is 0, 0 only. Okay. So here we have to take the frequency for different things. So the center frequency we are considering it is 0. Then the omega is 10, 20, 30, etc. Similarly, in negative side minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, etc. Okay. So first one, if the omega is 0, what about the value of modulus of x of j omega? We have to find out. Okay. So for now, you substitute omega is 0 in modulus of x of j omega. Where is modulus? This is the modulus of x of j omega. What is the formula? 4 divided by 4 plus omega squared. So here this omega value is substituted as 0. So 4 divided by 4 plus 0, it is the answer is 1. Okay. So whenever the value of omega is 0, the modulus of x of j omega is 1. Okay. Then you substitute omega equal to 10. Okay. Here I am taking 10, 10. So you take, you may take omega equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Any value we have to take. Okay. So next I am considering omega is 10. Okay, so you substitute omega value here. So what is the answer? 4 divided by 4 plus 10 squared. Okay, so 4 by 4 plus 10 squared, the answer is 0.038. Okay, similarly for omega is minus 10 also we will get the same answer. Okay, since here omega squared. So if this omega is positive or negative, this value it will be same only. Okay. So for omega is 10, omega is minus 10, we will get the same answer. Similarly, for omega equal to 20 and minus 20, we will get the same answer. Okay. Then 30, we will get the same answer. Okay, you see. So for now, you see in the center value, whenever the frequency omega is 0, it is the modulus of x of j omega is having the maximum value 1. Okay. Whenever the frequency increases, what about the amplitude? This magnitude value decreases. You see from the 1, what is the value? 0.038 decreases. Then you see the next value 0.0099 decreases. You see the next value 0.0044. Okay. So whenever we are increasing the frequency, the amplitude of the particular signal decreases. Okay. Then yeah, we have to draw the graph. Okay, for the that is the magnitude spectrum is nothing but magnitude spectrum or amplitude spectrum. It is nothing but the frequency versus modulus of x of j omega. Okay, so along x-axis you have to take the frequency omega. Along y-axis you have to take modulus of x of j omega. Okay, so first one for omega is 0. For omega 0, What is the modulus of x of j omega? It is 1. Okay, peak value. Then for omega equal to 10, 0.038. So the amplitude decreases. Okay. Similarly, for minus 10, this value. Okay. For 20, again decreases 0.009. So you have to connect these points. Okay. So these points, we will get the graph like this. Okay. So for the center frequency, 0 frequency only, we will get the maximum value 1. So whenever we are increasing the frequency, that magnitude decreases. Okay. This spectrum is said to be the amplitude spectrum or magnitude spectrum. Okay. So next one, phase spectrum. What is phase spectrum? The phase angle of x of j omega versus omega. So you see, so we have to draw the graph between this omega value and the theta of j omega value. So what about the theta of j omega value? For any value of this omega, it is always 0. So for any value of omega, the phase angle is 0 only. Okay. So in the x-axis itself, the phase spectrum is there. Okay. So this is said to be the amplitude spectrum and this one is a phase spectrum. Okay. So it is a very important question. So this type of question, so either the x of t equal to e power minus at or e power minus b modulus t or e power minus some value. Okay, in the place of a and b, there may be a value 2 or 1 or 3, it will come. Okay, so you study this problem in a clear manner. Okay, so thanks for watching. So please subscribe my channel for more videos. I posted more videos for the signals and system and circuit analysis. So you see, thank you.